And last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show. Tomo, the floor is yours.
Man, so like my man said, Joe, you ain't have to wear the jersey. You ain't have to. It's funny that you are wearing a jersey from this team because the first player we are talking about, you all
Mm.
started this madness. Like I think you created this monster with his agent to the quarterback to him going to the Vikings and getting all these guaranteed contracts. Now he coming off an Achilles tear, and now he's like one of the richest quarterbacks in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And as my good cousins down there would say, man, welcome to Atlanta where the players play, where they party all night. But you know what I mean? Kirk Cousins signs a 4-year deal, $180 million,
Woo.
100 mil guaranteed, as if his last 3 contracts with the Vikings didn't get him past that guarantee. But we're looking at like 45 mil annually.
That's what
And
he
he
does.
in down south. Oh, he about to be in Buckhead turned up, man. How you feeling, man? Because you already know our cousins gonna do. They gave him 4 chains. That's where the "You're Done, Son" segment started from.
Mm-hmm.
Like 4 chains, you're done, son. And that's what he told the Vikings. I'm out. Y'all can have this. It's cold. I'm tired of the snow. I'm gonna go down here with my folks who love me. This is almost like it's Chocolate City all over again, but it's Atlanta. It's not DC, and it's a bird, but it's the NFC again. NFC South. Can Kirk Cousins make them a contender? How you feeling, Joe?
Um. Uh. First of all, shout out to Kirk Cousins' agent, man. I mean, shout out to him. Like, I need to hire you. Like, once I really get into this media platform, now I'm gonna need an agent. I need to hire like Kirk Cousins' agent, man. Like, he's literally showing everybody the way. $100 million guarantee, fresh over Achilles injury. Are you serious? Like that's good. But I love this move. I forgot who was on. I don't know if it was you or Dave, but we was talking about Kirk Cousins,
It was
and
Dave. It
then
was you and Dave that
it was me and
episode. I
Dave,
remember. Yeah.
and I brought up the Steelers. I'm like, the Steelers be good move. And I think once Russ got signed with the Steelers, his only option was probably the Falcons. I don't think he was going back to Minnesota. My only reason of him going back to Minnesota because of the relationship between him and Justin Jefferson. But I felt like if anybody else is willing to give him money, that he would have went that elsewhere. But Atlanta does give him an opportunity to compete for a Super Bowl. And like I said, how it was weird in the NFC, Tomo, it's not that many contenders, right? So like in the AFC, it's quarterback heavy. You got Lamar Jackson, you got Joe Burrow, you got Josh Allen, you got Patrick Mahomes. You got these quarterbacks
Mac
that
Jones, Trevor Lawrence.
come on, dog. Not now you saying Mac Jones first. But like when you have a quarterback like that, right? Then you are a contender. That's how it works, right? In the NFC, you got teams, the 49ers, and it's really the 49ers and everybody else. If you look at it, like 49ers, you got people like Cowboys that are called contenders. You got the Eagles who are called contenders. The Lions now are called contenders. So I feel like the Atlanta Falcons fall right into that Detroit Lions pathway, right? Like they're in the division where that they can win. The last few division winners in that division have won like 8 or 9 games, right? So it's going down to the wire with 8 or 9 wins, and he's automatically get there. He's the best quarterback in that division. And then once you look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they gave the Detroit Lions a good run for their money in the second round of the playoffs. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and we're talking about Atlanta Falcons with a young defense. They have Raheem Morris as a defensive coach. Don't forget, Raheem Morris was with us with Kirk Cousins, so that's the chemistry right there. You see that the Falcons have the offensive weapons: Bijan Robinson, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, right? And they like to run that. They got a good offensive line. They like to run. They're gonna run a lot of play action. And then and the scheme that he had in Minnesota is similar to the scheme that's going to be in Atlanta. So it's not going to be a hard transition. I think that I'm not going to pick them here's the thing. I don't think that they're at a tier where they're like, yeah, they should be in that mix. But how the NFL works, one game elimination, and how the NFC is formatted, they can make a Detroit Lions type run this year. So I love the move. I think that Kirk Cousins is probably the best destination outside of Pittsburgh. And yeah, I think they could be contenders, but I wouldn't call them a contender if I had to pick my contenders in the NFC.
If you had to put your money on it.
If I had to put my money on it, I won't pick them as a contender.
Yeah, almost got your own saying, man. But let's look at the NFC South. And what just happened now, because you got Baker who came back, who got his money. I think Baker got what? Baker got 100 M for 3 years.
Yeah, I think 50 guaranteed.
Man, look at that quarter. So basically all his, or just about. Shout out to his agent too. But Baker, Derek Carr, what's his name? Bryce Young, and now Kirk Cousins. Second best quarterback, or first best, or best quarterback division?
Best.
He's the best.
Yeah, I think he's the best.
I would say the three that I just named were all kind of in the same tier, if we think about it.
Yeah, I think he's saying Derek Carr showed us some stuff last year, though.
Yeah. I think that's the whole. I think that was the Saints, though. I joke with you a lot about Derek Carr, but that's because of the whole Dak Prescott situation. But I think that the Saints situation last season was weird. It was something going on.
He definitely won that one, though. I don't want to give you that.
I'm still fighting with Josh Allen, though, but I'm glad I won one. I'm glad I won one, and we'll talk about Dak later, because I'm not talking about him in this segment like everybody else is, because Kirk Cousins done got paid. I don't even know why he would even come up when we talk about Kirk. Does he deserve it? I mean, you deserve what you can negotiate, and that's what he got. Does this make them contenders in the NFC South? Yeah. And if you look at what's going on in the NFC completely, like you said, it's the 49ers, then it's the field. I mean, after we'll talk about what the Eagles did yesterday, but some people would jump them back up to the top and be like, well, it's the 49ers, Eagles, and then it's the field. But when you got Cousins leaving, Falcons are dangerous, man.
Yeah.
Raheem Morris there with that defensive-minded head coach. You got Kyle Pitts, who's been waiting for a quarterback that likes to throw to a tight end. So we already know what Kirk about to do. That's right. Hey, fantasy owners, you can draft Kyle Pitts now. FFC, I know Coach going to tell y'all that, because he's going to get the ball there. You got Drake London. You got Bijan. Don't forget about Cordell Patterson. Like, there's just a lot of mixes that's going on in Atlanta, so I can see why everybody turned up. I think I sent a picture yesterday. I'm trying to find it. Where Quavo has said something about they done already gave him a nickname. So the fans in Atlanta is happy for him. I'm happy for Kirk. I'm gonna find it before we, before we get out of here. I know I posted it somewhere, but as far as making them contenders, yeah, this was a good move. The only thing I don't like about this move is the fact that last year, when Lamar Jackson was technically looking for a team, the Falcons was like, nah, we okay. We don't really want Lamar Jackson. Meanwhile, you fast forward to this year, you're like, well, we'll take Kirk Cousins with a bad Achilles, coming off an Achilles injury. So that's the only thing that makes you kind of look at this move like, well, why did you jump at this quarterback so quick when you forgot about the other one? I know Ravens fans will be like, hey, bro, we happy he didn't go. But for the rest of the league, you're looking at how they just paying these quarterbacks. And when Lamar was there, 2-time MVP, imagine what he could have did in this offense. So, yeah, I'm happy for Kirk. I believe the Falcons will be contenders. We're going to see how it plays out, because drafts, it's the second day. A lot of teams got to do some stuff.
Yeah, man. Yeah, like I look at the Falcons, right? They averaged last year, they averaged 207 passing yards a game. Crazy. I mean, Kirk Cousins being there, that's gonna
Heineke's still there?
Heineke's still there. That's my dog. That's my dog. Hey, Kirk Cousins, you get an injury. Hey, we got you.
What's this rotation, man? The Commanders taking all the what I'm saying is the Commanders taking all the Cowboys players, and the Falcons taking all the Commanders players. Like, what's up with this? Chase Young about to go there next.
And then the Falcons, they averaged 19 points a game. I mean, sorry,
Kurt
18
Frost.
points. You said Kurt what?
Kurt Frost. That's the nickname he gave him.
Like, we averaged more points than the Falcons last year, and we were one of the worst last year. So the Falcons' offense will grow. Their defense, I feel like statistically, it don't look like the best, but it got a lot to do with the offense. I remember we played the Falcons, and what's the backup? Let's do it from last year. I forgot his name already. He threw 3 bad interceptions, Tomo. Like, I'm talking about great play calling, terrible pass, and he was terrible. He was terrible. So Kirk Cousins is going to definitely help the offense.
Nah, he definitely is. I know I had it written
down. Trying to find out.
But it's all good. Let's talk about these shows we got on the network, man. Because technically that kid ain't starting no more, so it is what it is.
Ritter.
There we go.
Desmond Ritter. That's his name.
Man.
Desmond Ritter, yeah. And Carl had a lot to say about him when he was playing. Like, not a lot of good stuff.
CTC Carl got a lot to say about a lot of players, man. That's why y'all need to tune into these other shows on the network, because I'm telling you, not just us.
I know Carl happy for the Michigan State man though. Michigan State fellow.
He happy for a lot of people, man. You know, he happy for that Michigan player that got paid. If you know, you know.
He can't. That dude can't stand Michigan.
Gotta
All right.
respect it, man.
So like Tomo said, man, R2L is not just a show, it is a network, man. We have different shows on the network and they all have their own YouTube channel. Okay. And you can actually go on our YouTube channel and scroll to the bottom and you will see on the homepage and you will see all these channels right there. All right. So first one, we have BWT Baseball with Teddy. All right. All your baseball content goes through Teddy. All right. Teddy's a diehard baseball fan, right? I know what he's talking about. A lot of